We've had quite a busy morning, just dropped my brother off at work, so now we are going to Tesco to get me some chocolate milk, and hopefully they have the orange monster so that I can have that pre-workout. This is what I'm messing with pre-workout. I've got just a plain ham sandwich, a litre of chocolate milk, and I saw these, they're warm, they're already cooked, they're too hot and spicy. Chicken thighs actually, if I can get into the bag here. So they're a reasonably good size. Don't usually like spicy food, but the guy said that they're not really that spicy, so this all comes to a really good amount of macros. This actually makes up, including the food I've had today, about 65% of my macros, and that is kind of usually what I like to hit before I work out. I usually like to have between kind of 50 to 60% of my macros before I train, and then because usually really after I work out, I really usually don't have much of an appetite, and as well I like to go into workouts with a full stomach and feeling very full and very satiated, as I just always tend to feel like I perform better then. It might be a placebo, very well as a placebo, but that is just what I like to do. Wednesday 8 on MTV. Very careful. If you call out to one One thing I have realised of recent is that actually trying to decrease your range of motion on the bench press isn't necessarily always as great as it sounds on paper. And what I mean by that is that me being a much taller athlete, I stand about 6 foot, just over 6'2" tall, and I have a 6'7" wingspan, so I have a very, very, very long way to bench press because my range of motion is so long because of my grip. And one thing I've actually tried to do is constantly take my hands out wider and wider and wider on the bar when benching to decrease the range of motion. And my idea behind it was, the more I can decrease the range of motion, then the more I am going to be able to bench press. And you see it with guys that are very short, standing 5'4", 5'5" inches tall, and they have a very, very short range of motion on their arms, and they can bench huge amounts of weight. We have all seen that. And that is the same ideology. Well, if I can get my range of motion to the same range of motion that they're on, then I will be able to maximise my potential to lift as much weight as possible. But recently what I have actually been trying to do is to increase the range of motion, sorry. So I have brought my grip in a little bit, quite considerably actually, and I am actually noticing lots and lots of positive changes from it. I am honestly just feeling as a much stronger presser with a narrower grip. I feel a lot more stable through all ranges of motion, even in the most vulnerable spot, which is obviously just about an inch off the chest. I feel a lot more stable, I feel a lot more powerful off the chest, and I feel that I'm able to flare my elbows more, which allows me to help with my lockout. And that is quite a revelation to me. And actually I've been doing quite a bit of research, and what I've realised is that actually with the extremely wide grip and the wide grip in the hole, you lack a lot of stability, and that is one thing I've noticed. You do tend to lack a lot of stability throughout the range of motion, and there really isn't much room for any error whatsoever. Whereas with me, with a wider grip, I'm able to technically, quote unquote, grind through the rep a little bit more, and I'm really starting to notice a lot more positive changes. And you'll even see from here, this is with an extreme close grip, and I made quite a easy double. It really moved very, very well. So my plan for my competition grip is to take my grip about 2.5 to 3 inches wider per each arm here. So that is basically just about 3 fingers wider on each arm, and really just focusing getting that up as my competition grip. And I really feel that that is going to allow me to then maximise my chances to bench press the most weight as possible, and really start taking my bench press to the next milestone of hitting 160 kilograms, then hitting 170, and so on and so forth, rather than just constantly keep trying to decrease the range of motion by going wider, but actually hold my competition grip, which you see in the clip right now, get stronger in that grip, and I really feel that it has the most potential to be as strong as possible. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, make sure you leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, let me know what type of grip you tend to use and whether or not you've had the same kind of ideas or the revelations as me. So as always, I'll speak to you next time.